Welcome back. Wow, it has been a while, hasn't it? I am so excited to be back and to be learning with you again. Today, I wanted to start off with just a short little video to kind of show you how things are going to work from now until whenever we go back to school. So, first thing, as you can see on my screen here, I've got the Canvas webpage open for our class. Um, from now on, everything you're going to need to do each week is going to be in modules, okay? So that's the first thing you're going to do. Over here on the left, you're going to click on modules. When you open that up, it's going to look quite different from what we're used to. No longer do we have all those old units in there because we're just focusing in on what we're doing at home, okay? The first module in here, as you can see, is student and family resources. This actually you've had all year. This is just a bunch of resources on a bunch of different topics. So if there's ever something you just don't remember how to do or just need extra help on, this is a great resource for you as a student and for your parents trying to help you, right? So if you ever need this material, it is all there for you under student and family resources, okay? By the way, did you see what I just did there? This little triangle on the side will open a module and will close a module. And it's always a good idea to keep those closed so that they're not in the way when you don't need them, okay? Now, this first module or second module here, weeks 1 and 2, this is what we've already done. This is what we did this last week and the week before. As you can see, you'll probably recognize when I click on this, this was those activities we did the last couple of weeks, okay? So just in case you wanted to go back to any of that, I went ahead and left it in here for you. You're welcome to do any of that, okay? I'm going to head back to modules now. The last thing I want to show you, and most importantly, is what are we doing now? And what are we going to be doing in the future, right? Well, starting today, we are in week number 3. So I'm going to open up this module. The first thing you're going to do, and obviously you've already done it, start here. That's this video. I'm sure you already found this because you're watching this video. So I'm not going to worry about that. You must have already found it. But I am going to walk you through the rest of this stuff, okay? Now, this first thing. Remember that list of resources I mentioned up here? From that humongous list, I pulled all of the resources that apply to Unit 7. So this just makes that list a little shorter. The stuff in here is what we're going to learn in Unit 7, okay? So that makes that list a lot shorter, easier to find what we need for what we're learning right now, okay? So that's that. The next thing, notice each day you're going to have a lesson. Lessons 1, 2, 3, and 4 are this week's lessons. Every Friday is going to be your chance to catch up, okay? So if you're not quite done with one of the lessons or didn't quite get all the way through number 4, whatever it is, Friday is your day to catch up, okay? So we do 4 lessons a week, and then Friday is our day to either relax because we're done or catch up because we didn't quite finish, okay? Let's take a look at what you're going to do today. Today is Monday, so let's take a look at what this is going to be. Every day pretty much runs the same way. You're going to do the lesson in the workbook, just like we would do in class. You're going to do the practice problems assignment, and you're going to, here's the new thing, you're going to do what I call a check your understanding quiz, okay? Or a CYU quiz. That's what I write for short, okay? Check your understanding quiz. Now, for the lesson itself, I have made little videos to help you. Now, with these videos, I want you to try the lesson first in your own workbook, okay? See how much of that you can get done on your own. You'll see some of these lessons actually are not very hard. You might be able to breeze through them really easily. If that's the case, you don't have to watch this video. It's just if you need some extra help. But I do encourage you to look at it at least once in a while just to get an idea of what's available on those videos because they're pretty great, I gotta say. All right, now right here above the video says that if you do not have your workbook, see how it says if you do not have your workbook, you can click here. If you click there, it will open up and download to your computer. Do you see where I am down here at the bottom? It'll open up the workbook pages as if you have your workbook in front of you. Now, of course, you can't write on your computer screen, so you're going to have to print these pages, okay? Or at least take notes from them or do your work on a separate sheet of paper. All of that gets kind of messy, so I highly recommend get your workbook so you don't have to deal with this. If you don't already have your Unit 7 workbook, then you can go to Union Middle any day, preferably between 11 and 1, and pick up that workbook. If you can't make it between 11 and 1, then just call the school, and they said that they would make appointments, okay, so that you can pick it up. Maybe your parents don't get off work until 5. They can make arrangements to have that workbook after 5 for you, okay? So just make sure you communicate with the main office and get that workbook as soon as you can, okay? Then, like I said, we have these little videos. And as you noticed a second ago, I accidentally opened up the first video. So you got a sneak peek of what that's going to look like. But I'm going to leave that to be a little bit of a surprise at this point. You can watch that video. Now, included in that video, it is me going through all of the lesson activities. Notice how you're supposed to do activities 1, 2, and 3 for lesson 1. I'm going to go through each one of those 3 lessons with you on that video. Now, that doesn't mean you get to just sit and copy what I'm doing, not having tried it already. I do want you to try it on your own first, because as we've talked about a million times, you'll learn better when you try. Even if you make a mistake, you still learn from your mistakes but more than you would if you just didn't even try, right? So make sure you watch that. Now, or do your own work before you watch that. Also on the videos, and I'm going to warn you of this now, also on the video, at the very end of the video, I go through and I solve all the homework problems. Now, warning, that does not mean you get to cheat and just copy down all your homework problems. That's not the point, okay? Homework, of course, is our practice. It's like shooting hoops in the driveway to get ready for the big basketball game, right? You got to do the practice in order to get really good at something. So please do that practice on your own and then go and watch the end of the movie, the end of the video, to check your work, okay? Now, here's something new for at-home learning. I am not going to grade the homework. It is not going to go in Skyward. What? I know. Can you believe it? We are not going to grade homework. Now, does that mean you don't have to do it? No, because again, you need the practice, right? You're not going to get good at this stuff if you're not practicing. So please do the homework the very best you can and then watch the video. If you didn't understand it, that's okay. Watch the video, learn how to do it with me. Then at least you're learning and practicing, okay? Now, here's the kicker. Since I'm not doing homework on Skyward, I have to do something in Skyward. You have to get a grade for something. So the very end of every day gives you this check your understanding quiz. And this is what's going in Canvas, okay? So what you're going to do, I'm just going to click here to show you. Here's a quiz. We've seen quizzes like this all the time, okay? But notice how many questions are on this quiz. There's only 3 questions on this quiz. Some of the quizzes only have 2 questions. Some of them even only have 1 question. So really, they're not a big deal, but there is a time limit. Okay, you can't take all day or all week or all month to do these. Once you start it, you got to finish it in 30 minutes, okay? As it says, no calculators allowed. We are used to that, so please be honest with yourself and don't use a calculator, okay? When you're ready to take the quiz, just take it. The score will automatically come to me, so you don't have to do anything. You don't have to email me your score. You don't have to do anything like that. I will automatically get that score. And that's why we're going to do it this way, because it's super easy for everybody involved, okay? So, to recap, each day, okay, each day you're going to do a lesson, you're going to do the practice problems, and you're going to do the check your understanding quiz, okay? Oh, by the way, one thing I didn't mention, if you click here, you can look at the practice problems. So again, if you don't have your workbook, if you click here, I'll show you this one real quick. If you click there, it'll download the page right out of your workbook of the homework problems. Okay? So again, you'd have to print this at home or just look at your computer and do it on a side piece of paper, whatever is easiest for you. But that's what you would have to do if you don't have your workbook, right? But again, I totally encourage you to get your workbook so that you don't have to go through that hassle, okay? Once you're done with those 3 things on Monday, you're done for the day for math class. Then you just get to sit back and wait till Tuesday. You'll do the same thing. You'll do lesson 2 this time. You'll do the lesson in the workbook. If you need some help, you'll watch the video. Then you'll do your practice problems in your workbook. And if you need some help, you'll again go back to the video and watch the end of the video. And then to make sure you understand everything from that lesson, you will do the check your understanding quiz. This one only has 2 questions. See how fast and easy these are going to be? That's how this will work. And it'll pretty much run that same way each and every week. Each week on Monday morning, you will see me add the next week's module here. So after week 3, you'll see week 4 and then week 5. Depending on how many weeks we're out of school, you'll see me add these each time. Okay? If there's any questions on how to do any of this, that's where you can email me. Okay? Please email me if you have questions on how to do the stuff in Canvas, because that's what I'm here to help you with. Okay? And hopefully my video will help you on the homework and the lessons itself. The last thing I wanted to talk about, and I actually haven't done, oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. I haven't put this in the Canvas page yet, but I will. I'm also going to have office hours. Now, I know that sounds kind of weird. Basically what that means is that I will send you, or I will put on this cover page, a link that allows you to join a Google Meets, okay? If you don't know what that is, basically it's a video chat, okay, where anybody can come join me online and we can talk and answer questions, maybe work through some homework problems if you're confused. Whatever you need, you can ask me and we can do it right there on Google Meets, okay? So in the next couple of days, I'll get that all set up and it'll be on this homepage when you come here on Monday, okay? Well, obviously you're here because you're watching my video. So take a look at that and see when my next office hours are. I have 2 of them, one in the morning and one in the evening, depending on when that's best for you, okay? And what day is best for you, okay? And you can come as often as you want, get help whenever you need it, okay? Again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to call. That's what or not call, email. Email me and I will do my very, very best to help you out. I'm so excited to get learning again and to be able to see your faces on those office hours. I'm so excited to see you guys again and to help where I can. So I think we're done for today. Have a great rest of your day. Dive into lesson 1 and good luck. I know you'll do your best.